Welcome to the first episode of Daving Throw, a tabletop RPG podcast. In this first episode, we follow the adventures of a D&D adventuring party that has become woefully lost, stumbling into the domains of dread, also known as the Ravenloft campaign setting. The Ravenloft setting maintains many tropes and other qualities of other Dungeons & Dragons settings, but is largely inspired by Gothic literature. Tragedy and horror prevail in themes in this realm, with madness and monsters seeming to lurk around every dark corner. This particular adventure module is Night of the Walking Dead by Bill Slavicsek and published by TSR in 1992. A favorite of mine, I've played and run it on several previous occasions, and I'm very excited to share it with all of you. Please be forewarned, some language, themes, and humor may at times be offensive to some, and this podcast is not suitable for the young or faint-hearted. Listener discretion is advised. So, without further ado, please enjoy this first session of Night of the Walking Dead on Daving Throw, a tabletop RPG podcast. So let's just go around the table and just learn about each character.
I'm Bevan Kimry. I'm a bard who considers himself a bit of a folk hero.
Oh, okay. I am Alaska Thunder. I'm a level 2 fighter, and I'm an entertainer who settles for nothing less than perfection.
That's quite the resume.
Yes.
All right.
Galamar, wood elf, druid, and outlander, and I feel more comfortable around animals than people.
My name is Moore. I'm a half-orc man, cleric.
Last we left off, our brave adventurers were hunting down a brigand leader who had been causing the countryside quite a bit of
I
trouble.
cut his head off.
And that was well done.
Yes.
We probably should have died, but we won.
Yep, you follow the clues into the forest and managed to eventually track them down, and you now have his head. That was Randall Blythe, and he is dead.
That's all we really wanted, right, guys?
Yeah.
Okay, we're good. Well, we got the head. We won.
Didn't the fog come in?
Yeah, you had to bring it
then
up.
Then the fog.
Then the deathly fog that surrounded us and engulfed our lives.
You know what? Before we go any further, actually, I'd like to give out some inspiration. I'm going to give inspiration to... I'm going to give inspiration to Bevan Simry for beating a bully and kind of taking his revenge on him, I suppose. And to Moore...
I feel very good about myself right now. The fog, not so much, though.
And Moore for avenging his wife's death by killing the killer.
Would you like to hear a song?
This is the Mystic
Damn
song.
straight.
Yes.
What trolls would you
Once upon a time, there was fog.
Oh.
Good. Okay, so shall I continue then?
Yes.
Okay. So, you have slayed the leader, and upon doing so, a thick fog has rolled in.
2 C's.
The wind so powerful that the campfire that was providing the light around you has gone out, and you're now in relative darkness. You can see very little.
Whatever you do, don't breathe the fog.
Yes, and don't blink.
Don't breathe the fog.
Can I
Just
use
stop.
detect
Stop breathing.
evil grip? See if this is a...
Yes. Can somebody pass me my?
It's an evil
It's usually an evil fog, but you never know.
Oh, and I have
What are we doing? I need a player's handbook. I had one.
I have one on my lap. Oh my... Don't you have...
No, I have.
Here.
Do any of you have an extra one?
I have...
An extra witch?
Oh, okay.
Extra player's handbook?
Yeah. Well, I thought I had one, but I don't know where it is. Unless that's mine.
That's mine.
It's yours. Okay. I'll
But
use it
you
for
can
now.
utilize it.
Find it.
I just...
Probably also need to
Mine
utilize
here
it.
for
but-
you.
Okay. Well, sorry. I thought I'm confused.
Alright.
All right. I have it. That's the important thing. So, I'm just gonna double check that
I
spell.
also have detect poison and disease.
Well, I don't think that I can make it that way.
I can entertain the fog.
Oh my god.
There's a
You're a bard, right?
No.
No, he's
My-
a stripper.
No!
How dare you!
I'm an
I'm an artist. Okay.
Thank you, honey.
I'm
On
technically
a pole.
I'm technically an entertainer, which is usually get an instrument.
Thank
But
you.
my
Hooters are entertainers as well.
Oh, you're welcome.
I did not know where I got mine, but
Anyways.
oh, it's under. Okay,
Jesus.
I found it. All right. So anyway, you cast detect good and evil. And,
Actually, oh yeah.
oh, is that the one you're casting?
I think I'm gonna go with detect magic. What happens with that? Like, is it like
Detect
straight
magic.
up- just straight up magic, or
You
like?
can determine what type of magic it is.
You can determine what type of magic you can.
It's a really annoying spell for players to cast when you're DM.
But that's okay.
You gotta
Yeah,
figure out
you
what-
can definitely cast that if you like.
Sorry,
Would
I
you like a
just-
description of it?
Yeah.
For the duration, you sense the presence of magic within 30 feet of you. If you sense magic in this way, you can use your action to see a faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic, and you learn its school of magic, if any. Yeah, the spell can penetrate most barriers, but is blocked by 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood or dirt.
How much fog to block it?
Yeah.
Pardon me?
How much fog blocks it?
Yeah, that's a good question.
I guess DM.
I would say fog doesn't block it per se. You detect the presence of magic all around you.
Okay.
Um,
All right, then we'll see if this is magical fog.
In all seriousness, my character will be trying to not breathe heavily of the fog. As ineffective as that would be, that's what he's doing.
Okay.
In that case, my player also has
He's probably a little dizzy right now.
my player has like a scarf covering their face.
I'm just looking
Oh my god, my
around.
foot's numb.
Noted.
My character's saying that's a much better idea.
as opposed to trying not to breathe.
Just pee in a rag. Put it on your face. That's how you survive mustard gas. and all
Mustard
that.
gas.
Yeah.
I hope. That would
Alright,
be really
so we'll
bad.
do detect magic.
What do we have to do for ketchup gas?
What about relish?
Well, you gotta run fast. Yeah. Oh, catch up.
Alright, so
I was thinking the
I do not
balls in
relish these
Spain
jokes.
when they throw tomatoes.
What are you rolling, an Arcana roll?
would it be?
Well, what are you
Detect
trying to do? You're trying to discern if the
Like
fog
a
itself
raise.
is magic?
I don't
Yeah.
know, Katie.
You're pretty. Okay.
Johnny wants to know what this is.
magic? So that means
Okay.
You should buy nature
Um,
fog.
You.
I have,
you're, yeah.
Oh yeah,
so
or
what
isn't
was
there
your
nature
result?
suck or something?
16.
My nature is 0.
Oh yeah.
Okay, you're
But
looking
I
around
have
you,
detect
and you're
poison
trying to
disease.
figure. Yeah, you figure there's. You
'Cause I wanna
figure
know if we can
that
breathe the fog.
either the fog is magical, or yeah, you figure that there's a good chance the fog could be magical, but you're not really sure what's going on.
Okay.
It could just be a random act of nature. It was rather sudden, but the fact that you do detect the presence of magic means, who knows, maybe there's a spell was cast or something. to
Alright,
that
so I tell
effect.
the other guys, because of what I have found out, we should get the fuck out of here. I know it sounds like something.
Maybe we should go into those buildings and.
What buildings? There were buildings?
There
Yeah,
was tents
there
where you
was.
guys were. Now you tracked. Sorry, you guys found some bandits in,
Oh yeah, this
in a
is
small
oh,
abandoned.
we
yeah,
moved into the
I'm,
forest,
yeah,
yeah.
I'm thinking about the
I was
combat
like,
before
tents
that.
aren't gonna
yeah.
give
Remember
us
that-
much protection.
The place where we just destroyed the cabin folk.
Shit.
Flashback for our listeners. The party was going after bandits, and they found the first collection of them in a small abandoned town in the forest. They captured them, and their prisoners led them to the leader, and that's why they're here now.
I think we should head back to wherever we were coming from.
So we came from that cabin area.
No, I was
Do we?
saying the
Can we
castle,
still
like getting
see
back to
that?
the castle.
Oh,
the
to bring
pixie,
the
was it a
head.
pixie, or was it a pixie or a
You guys
sprite?
can't even really see each other right
Wait,
now.
I don't
Oh
know.
well, I will call out for said
that's
So we're like stuck in our
sylvan
own
creature.
Yeah.
I'm so
Okay.
I'll be
good
looking
at
for that thing.
shape-shifting.
Okay.
But would you be able to see them?
To explain for the folks at home,
What?
the group allied themselves with a small
I
pixie
don't.
creature who had a vested interest in finding the bandits, as they had desecrated one of, her grove that she was from. So, okay, you guys are calling out for the pixie then.
Yes,
And,
there she is. That was amazing, Dave. Sound effects and everything.
It's Navy. Navy?
What?
Navi.
Legend of Zelda.
You call out and you don't hear a response.
Oh, that's not good.
Is it
What-
the pixie causing the fog?
Would we know
Doesn't look like a
if
pixie fog.
the area that we're in, like the world area,
Mm-hmm.
has magical fog, or is this notably like this is not normal for this area?
Roll a nature check. Why
All
not?
of it?
Anyone who wants to know
D20,
that
right?
question. Sure.
I got +1.
I didn't roll.
For nature?
11.
0.
Total.
I know I'm a wood elf with no nature. Talk to the player's handbook.
11.
We both rolled 11.
Wait.
I with my pluses.
Yeah.
Wait, can I roll? I have no nature, but I might as well roll.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt. I mean, you might roll 20, right?
I think
So-
everyone would think this naturally, like what is happening, and then you would think this.
Yeah.
The deduction.
Can I apply a history? Like I might know a little bit about like kind of stories about this sort of
Sure,
thing
like maybe
That
some
doesn't help
folklore
either.
or something.
5.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I rolled
I
a
was
2.
asleep in Bard school that day.
Katie,
You
my
guys
dice suck.
You guys think that no, you don't know of anything like that. I mean, this very well could be. Well, it seemed like it was natural until Moore detected magic. It seemed natural, but a little sudden and unusual. Kind of like sometimes when you have a sudden flash storm or something like that, just very very quick.
So can we literally like we don't know as far as we know we're on our own right now individually, like we don't know whether the other people are there. We haven't heard anything.
Roll perception checks.
Wow.
God, no.
7.
16.
25.
14.
How did you get 25?
Because I got 20, and
No, you
then I
got a
have a
nat
plus
20.
I have a +5 with perception.
Jeez.
Sorry, what were your rolls?
7.
16.
I rolled an 8 and went down 1.
25.
Bevan and Gailmar, you guys don't hear. You don't think you hear anybody, but you're listening. And
Also, oh wait, I was just gonna say
seeing
like
the group kind of thing. Like,
Well, we can't
knowing
see
that we're all-
anybody.
I mean, it's,
are you? Oh, I see what you're saying.
See.
Oh, you can hear each other. I'm sorry. I thought you were listening for the bandits or something.
thought
Yeah, no,
the ones
no,
who ran
we were
away.
literally trying to know.
Hey,
if
we
we
rolled
were
good,
on-
let's-
if we were like stuck.
I thought we were listening
in
for
the
bandits.
fog.
You guys can hear each other, and you think you're all pretty close to each other. Like,
Okay.
Let's hold hands.
Yeah, maybe we should like tie a rope around each other and kind of travel through the fog without getting lost.
That's a good idea.
I heard there's an ancient bardic story about how you should stick together in the fog. There's bad things in fog,
Just get me out of here.
like pixies and stuff.
My heroic kind of nature is
Oh, I do.
fading
I have 50
very
feet.
fastly.
Yes, you're not pleased with the
50
situation,
feet
and
of
it's,
hemp
your
rope.
irritation is becoming
Yes.
We
manifest.
could smoke that shit.
I have 50 feet of hemp rope that we can use. To
I don't
tie
like
to
this.
the
Fix it.
Alright, princess.
I swing my sword at the fog.
Keep your hands
I attack the fog.
on. Oh my god. Alaska,
Okay,
you're gonna
so-
kill us.
One pull on the rope is everything's fine. 2 pulls is like pull me in. That's how it goes, right?
So are we all tied together in the rope now?
Yes.
Okay, and as you guys get closer to each
Or
other,
let's not. We're not tied, because what happens if we need to split? Let's say we're holding onto the rope.
But then you can get pulled off of the rope. See, you
But
can
if you
can
need-
always cut the rope if you need to. We've all got knives, right?
Damn it,
I would
rope.
suggest that we not allow ourselves to be easily removed from the rope by possibly passing creatures wanting to defeat us one at a time. And who can see it? We cannot.
Because we don't have to really tie it around our waist. We can just like tie it to our belt.
Yes.
Excuse me.
Like a true orc.
yeah.
Excuse me, half orc.
Yeah.
Get it right.
Filthy orc.
I'm an elf. I have trees.
Elves are. I mean, orcs are all right. Orcs are all right. It's okay. All right. So are we all tied? We're all tied.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
We're
I just have a
tied.
bad feeling about
We're
this.
tied, and we're stumbling in the direction that we came from. I
What is
assume.
my vision in the fog?
Oh yeah.
That's a good question. As
'Cause
what
I have
else do
60
you have?
foot dark vision.
fog vision?
I can't see shit because I have perception and I'm a human. I have negative perception.
Because I have. Oh, and also,
Mhm.
I can turn into an animal now, right?
Yes, you can.
Firefly!
If you
So I would like to change to something with good vision. Meaning
Well, I have 60.
Or a bird!
A fish.
You can fly in the air
I have
above the fog.
As far as I know, humans, and by extension in this universe, humanoids such as elves, have
Where's
the best vision of any animal next to birds of prey. And unfortunately, you cannot actually turn into flying animals just yet.
no. I don't want to turn into a flying animal.
Be a snake.
I'm just saying.
Turtles can see good.
I'm just
water.
saying if you can see far, it'd be as a wood elf.
So the wood elf. Sorry, the wood elf has Is there animals that I can turn into that have better vision than
Turtles.
the wood elf?
Turtles.
Well,
like-
turtles do have good vision.
If
Like
only
something-
bats
In the
could
water.
fly.
I'm not carrying a goddamn turtle.
Something like a cat or a panther or something.
How about-
Unless
Right.
she became a snapping turtle.
An
Then I
injured
could
bat.
Just throw her at
Let me
enemies.
just say
She's
I'm
got
not
a hard
turning
shell
into a turtle.
too, so it'll protect her.
I'm not turning into a turtle. I would
Use
never
it
be
as a
able to.
projectile.
No, you're not. This is not like Mario Kart.
But if you're a snapping turtle, you can really cause some damage.
Okay, all right. So we're all stuck together now, and we're gonna head.
Well,
Back the way we
we're
can,
we're
right?
trying to figure out if I can
Or-
turn into something that can have good vision.
Well, okay, I'll tell you this. No, there's no animal that you can currently turn into that's going to have better vision.
Okay, so I will stay as my
Bat
elf.
doesn't use vision.
Oh.
I
Again,
can't turn into flying animals.
Yeah.
A wingless bat. It's a thing, I swear. I know.
An opossum.
Okay, so let me just think about that for a moment.
A cave cricket.
Please don't turn me into a wingless bat.
Well, you get to choose what you turn into, unless somebody else casts a spell on you. But I'm just gonna quickly consider what your options might be, but I don't know that you have that you're gonna have any better options at the
Is there a
moment.
flightless thing that's like a location?
No,
Like a legit.
Why would they need it?
other than a dolphin.
Yeah.
Oh my god. We'd have to carry her.
I'm not carrying a dolphin. Okay, so
I'm
we're
not
done.
carrying. We're not giving a dolphin a piggyback.
I would die out of water.
Yeah, eventually.
Well, yeah, because wouldn't that crush, like, wouldn't your chest crush under
It's a risk I'm willing to take.
because, like, out of water, like, their bodies are heavier, so that's why whales, like, their ribs are usually cracked when they go on land.
I'm afraid, as far as sight goes. But,
How far is my sight?
well, in the darkness, it's only, or in the dark, in the dark / fog, it's not much at all. Like, you can only see a few feet in front of you.
But I have dark vision, so would I be able to see better?
But I have dark
in the
vision
fog?
as well.
Yeah,
Like
but
I'm an elf.
Both of you
Thick
would have
fog's gonna-
better vision, but it's still obscured by something.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's a little brighter.
there's
But-
no vision that gets you through fog,
Yeah, not so
except
much.
for like true sight or something like that.
Hmm.
So
And by the way, does anyone
have true sight? No.
does anyone consider striking up a light source of any kind?
Oh, jeez.
Oh shit! Yes.
Oh wait, I think I have a. Oh my god, I can't even.
I have.
I think we all have torches, so.
Well, I might
I have-
actually have a spell.
I have fairy
the flint
fire.
into the tinder.
So-
Or produce flame. I have that.
How late can you guys go tonight? And then we had a late start, but
I'm okay till whenever.
okay, me too.
Yeah.
And
As
I'll
long
drive
as it's
Johnny
not-
home.
It's almost
Oh,
not
nice.
crazy like 2 or something.
I have produce flame, and I hold it like.
I
As a light
can
source?
do light as a cantrip. So
Okay.
I can do
I can
light
do it as well, like as a cantrip.
I can do nothing as a kid.
I guess I'll just do a little bard song. La, 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 la.
Tiptoe through the trees.
Let me sing to you
Ew.
a song of light. Light.
Would you like to do a performance check to see how well your song is, or your song is?
Probably not.
Okay.
It's gonna be terrible then. 11. It's an okay light song. It's
alright,
an
light
okay
song.
light song.
It's not your
Probably.
best work there, man. Like, come on.
It's okay though. It wasn't bad.
I can do
It's
that.
it's a B-side.
Yeah. Bonus track.
Yeah. Yeah, bonus track. It's the 3 minutes of silence between two songs.
Okay.
Gosh.
So you guys are going to. What are you going to do? Are you going to start forward and try to come back the way you came?
Well, I'm gonna cast like my little.
Does the light illuminate anything?
Let's light the place on fire, guys.
No, I can.
Everything burns.
Oh my god, Alaska. Get your
Can I do produce flame?
Well, just to answer Bevan's question first, yeah, you can with the light you can it brightens up. Sorry, that's my phone, or maybe it's yours. It brightens up the fog quite a bit. You kind of have and as you know, fog is water, so it
Well, look, everyone,
reflects
fog.
But maybe it makes you feel a little safer. You're not in complete darkness now. You can maybe see silhouettes of what are probably trees in the near distance, but it's very shadowy.
Hark, companions! I see trees in yon light. Perhaps we should head towards the trees.
I'm just tied on this rope. I can't see nothing.
Yeah, what's the order that we're in?
I'm in the middle.
I figured that like
I'll be at the front with my light.
I was gonna say I figured I'd be in the front with.
Okay, you're big.
Get me back to town.
I don't think I'm that big. I'm a wood elf. I don't know. You can be in the front.
All right, there you go. There's our order.
So probably Bevan, then me.
So I think light. Does light? Is there like a source? I forget. Is it like a
Yeah,
ball,
it's
or
like
is
a
it
point
just-
of light, and
Yeah.
It's like I just read it. The produce flame one. It's like a 10-foot radius.
Okay. The light cantrip's actually better though, because it's what like a torch radius. It's like 40 feet or something like that.
30, I think.
Not that you guys can really see too much at the moment, but yeah, I think produce flame. It's good for like various reasons, but I think light might be your better bet in this condition.
Yeah,
Unless you want to throw fire at something.
minor damage. Produce flame.
Okay, yeah. It sheds bright light in a 20-foot radius and dim light for an additional 20 feet.
Yeah,
And I
it's
believe
better.
that doubles for people with dark vision.
So his flame would allow me to see.
His light spell would allows you to see about the same as everyone else, unfortunately, at the moment, just because it's very foggy.
Damn.
Yeah.
So no advantage to being an elf in this case.
It will be a white light.
Okay.
Because I can do any color if I want.
Better than yellow.
I could do blue or even orange, get nice and Halloweeny. But I didn't want to freak anybody out.
Okay, so you chant the incantations, and a point of light appears before you. Where are you casting it?
It will be centered around just on top of the head of the orc who's in front. So
I thought you were in front.
no, we decided that the biggest one was in front.
Okay.
Great.
Katie's in front.
More.
So go what? Orc,
Half
Druid.
orc.
whatever. Druid, bard. Oh, no, you want to be in the middle. So I'll be in the back. I'll be in the back, being concerned that I'm going to be eaten. And you could be number 3.
Okay, so half orc comes first, followed by druid. You
Thank
said.
you. At least somebody listens.
It's only half listening to you.
And sorry, who was first, Alaska or Bevan? After the druid. After
I'm
Gamma.
third.
Okay.
I'm 4th.
I guess I'm first. Great.
No.
Okay.
Benefits of being a orc.
What?
Half orc. Benefits of being a half orc.
We're just gonna sacrifice you.
So you cast the spell.
I'll throw you in front of me.
Who needs enemies when you have friends?
Isn't that true?
Okay. You guys you cast the cantrip, and on Moore's head, and the
No, oh no, I don't want to have a bright ass god like
it's too
that.
late. He gets to choose where. Well, you'd have to touch the point. You'd have to.
Great.
It's just hovering above
He-
your head.
The bright light is amplified by the fog, and almost gives the impression of a halo around
heroic halo.
Moore's head.
For the
Right.
mighty half orc.
It was so pretty.
But you're jealous,
I don't need a halo to be an angel.
says the snake lady.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You proceed through the fog, as you guys are walking through, Moore, you begin to notice that the ground underneath you is getting quite squishy.
Oh fuck.
That's great.
Oh
How
no,
we-
we found the pixie. Terrible. Really liked her too.
Have we hit a swamp?
So is it just me that's feeling the squish, or is it everybody else?
Well,
You're
what do
in
you
front.
do once you feel the squish?
I want to
I
turn
didn't
around.
notice
I do not want to be anywhere near a squish.
Okay. Okay, so you inform the party. You were hitting wet ground, and you do not believe this is the way to go.
Yes.
Okay.
'Cause I don't remember us getting the squish anywhere on our journey.
Okay. You do know that there's marshlands near where the camp was. So perhaps you
We
guys
hit a
went in the wrong
We are
direction.
going the
Can
wrong
we
way.
see the ground at all?
Yeah, you can see it. It
Like you can kind of see within your
yeah,
nose,
it
right?
looks wet, and you actually see some pools of water just a bit.
Let's get the fuck.
A little bit further of you. The mists and fog is beginning to clear around you a little bit, but it's still quite thick.
We should probably follow the edge of the water. Best idea to keep our bearings and go somewhere instead of just wandering around.
I
Alright,
agree
well,
with the barn.
I don't want to have. I don't want to have to be going
Right or
squishy.
left?
What side is the squishy ground on?
I am on the squishy ground.
It was
Then
forward.
let's go left.
Right? So let's see if there's squishy ground to the left.
All right.
Okay. You guys proceed left, and you're moving for some ways, and again, after a while, more and more squishiness, and now you even start to hear the croaks of frogs and
Is the fog clearing? You said the fog was kind of clearing.
a little bit, yeah.
I kind of want to go where it's the most clear, because I don't want to have to be continually going into the thick of the fog.
Okay. That's interesting. Roll. Oh,
Because we'll just
Can
keep
I
getting lost.
climb up a tree to get a good view, aerial view above the fog?
Unless you roll a 1 and fall out of the tree.
Fuck.
Just don't roll a 1.
yeah.
All right.
Well, I rolled
let's
a
do
2
it.
already, so.
So that means you're even.
So that'd be athletics to climb a tree.
12 plus
Plus.
athletics.
So 14.
14. Okay. You climb up the tree quite relatively easily.
Because we're tied together, do we have to go up too?
I untied myself.
I'm assuming, yeah.
Alright.
Or he, sorry.
Well, it was 50 foot of rope, I thought, wasn't it? Could still stay tied.
You would have been in the back too, right?
No, it was like middle-ish.
No.
She's right behind me.
Well, I guess I go up too.
It's all just
19.
I untied myself.
Okay. Well,
I untied myself because even though the rope is 50 feet long, we're within that 50 feet.
I rolled a 19,
I
so
really-
I'm already
I
there.
really
before
like
you.
that.
Why did I have to drag Alaska with me up the tree?
Better than in a gook in the ground.
Okay, so me and Alaska are in the tree. I don't know how she got up.
Okay, what? No.
She's got heels on. She can use them as rock climber picks.
I have armored boots, and I don't like when they're muddy. Okay.
How did she get up the tree in armor?
That's how.
How did you get up the tree without falling?
I don't need to have armor. I'm a fucking wood elf. I live in the fucking forest.
Yeah, says the one with no nature.
Talk to the player's handbook about this.
So you're looking around from the top of the tree, and it's starting to. You're looking around, and what are you looking for? Just
I'm looking to see a couple things. Where's the fog? Like, where is it clear? Where does the fog end?
Yeah.
So what direction should we be going to get away from the fog? And I'm kind of looking to see like where the swampy area is.
Okay.
Just so we don't end up half
In the swamp.
Yeah. Because I know Alaska will be like, oh, one of the tallest guys should be carrying me.
Okay.
And I'll be like, no.
Things are quite obscured still, but it looks like the opposite direction probably has higher and drier land.
As in going right.
Yeah.
Shit.
The fog doesn't seem to have any particular. It's kind of in patches. It's not really any place where it's particularly clear.
Alright, so I climb back down the tree, and I tell you guys that we should probably go right this time, to try and get around the swampy bits.
To the high ground.
To to higher ground as well. Higher, drier ground.
Alaska, how does that sound?
You're making me walk all the way back there?
And you were up the tree too.
You were just so enthusiastic about actually getting out of that house.
Yeah.
Just think, the sooner we get out of it, the sooner you can stop bitching.
I just ignored it. You're gonna have to pull me.
Fuck no.
Tied on the rope.
So what, are you guys still tied together? Are you gonna-
Yeah, so you better start walking, because I'm not moving.
Get ourselves retied
Okay.
and head off.
We're
The
dragging
direction that
pretty
the
much a
elf
dead body.
suggested. No, it's just a head.
I'm a lot more than a head.
We're dragging Alaska.
Okay.
Like a group of school children on a walk. You proceed in the opposite
With the
direction.
rope.
Yeah.
And I feel like the teacher that's just like, I gotta quit you all. And just wants to retire. Kill us.
Past teacher.
Oh.
Alright, children. Let's go. Are you done?
Are you?
I wasn't arguing.
I wasn't either.
Can
Yeah,
you-
now I start walking.
Alright, so it's this
We're
awkward
already
thing.
done.
Okay. So you guys proceed. The group proceeds in the opposite direction it was heading, and you're hearing even more animal sounds, like
Take me to my people.
Hearing
various,
animal sounds is a good sign.
various birds and frogs. Still,
Are they in dismay or are they just?
No, just sort of the noises of
That's
the
good because that means that there's no
Rainbow
shit that
connection.
we could attack us.
the mists. The mists thin a little
Alright,
more,
Druid.
and
Speak me to my people.
it appears
Are you
the
birdkin?
Gilmar. It appears the tree has betrayed you.
What?
As the mists seem to clear, it appears that there is now swamp all around you.
The tree betrayed
The
us.
tree betrayed me.
All the betrayals. That one hurt me the most.
It looked so believable.
And she's,
Like
and
such
she's a
a.
wood elf too, so that's like the most.
How did the
Are
tree
you
betray
actually
Well,
a wood elf?
me? Is the
'Cause
fog
I'm
a
not-
mirage?
What I mean to say is the vision that you thought you saw of higher ground
Is the
seems
forest playing tricks on us?
seems to no longer be there, and it seems like ahead of you is
Can
swamp.
I use detect good and evil? Because I want to
Yes,
know
you
what
may.
the hell is going on here.
Okay.
Are we stuck in a forest that's trying to trap us in?
This isn't very well.
It's a swamp.
And I'm doing perception, or
Sorry. What? You're
I'm
casting good detect good. You
Okay.
don't have to roll for that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you only have you roll Arcana if you want to discern like is
Oh,
this
okay.
like you want to have some knowledge as to whether something's magical.
Damn, I rolled really good too.
I know.
Well, I'm sorry, but you detect good and evil. Now
I
you-
detect both.
Well, that's the name of the spell, right? Now, are you? My question to you is, what are you trying to? You know what the spell does, right?
It detects good and evil.
Well, it detects, if I remember correctly, it detects good and evil creatures. I don't know that it detects a presence of good or evil, but
Well, you already discerned that
It
the fog
just
has
says
some
that
magical.
if there is that within a certain distance, it just says like yes or no.
yeah.
You don't know what it is. You don't know like any specifics.
Because
Okay.
right now, all I know is that the fog is magical, which means it has some sort of thing connected to it. So I want to know.
Yes, magic.
Okay.
There's a good frog near us. Rainbow.
You cast the
connection.
spell, and what you normally get from the spell isn't quite present, but it's like the spell hasn't detected anything, but you get a weird feeling about this place.
Like a bad weird feeling or a good weird feeling?
Like an eerie weird feeling.
I don't like this.
Elf is also getting a really weird feeling because I feel like we're like trapped in this forest and the tree betrayed me.
So looks like we're gonna have to get through the swamp. I really just jump in.
Wait. You said
That's a
there were
great way to die real quick.
you said there were animals?
In the distance.
Oh, in the distance.
Yeah.
Never mind.
You don't.
But
you don't
it's good
say
that we're
anything.
hearing them because we know at least nothing of danger.
I want
is
to go
around.
towards the animals.
And you can lead. I don't
Oh
wanna
yeah,
lead.
you can talk to one of them. Like
I
the
know,
bear.
that's what I wanted to do, but I also want to go towards the animals because that means they're not running from anything.
Suddenly a frog just says, "Go, get out of here now!" Oh no, what do we do?
Riddler. How's he sound?
I don't, Kermit?
Yeah, I forgot how he sounds.
That was like when you...
Kermit the Frog. There you go. It better be that. That better be the frog's voice. That better.
Hey guys.
Grinny squawk.
Yeah.
If Brian Bull was here, he could do all the voices. He was so bad. He said happy birthday to me in the Winnie the Pooh voice. So I like
We
it
know.
so much.
That's sweet.
You've told us. You've told us. But it's okay.
The last one goes unpassable while you're back. Not like that changes it.
Oh crap! Do I have to carry your pickles?
You're a half-orc, you can carry her.
Well, you know what? If there's something in the water that's going to attack us, I'm throwing her to it.
I
It's for the
agree.
benefit of all of us.
I agree. She's got armor on.
Yeah, she can.
There's a lot of creatures that really like elves. I think like often eat elves.
Okay, so you're trying to search.
She can be our second course. We're good. We're good.
So you're trying to search for some fauna nearby.
Somewhat, sorry.
Near-
Some animals nearby.
Okay.
What else? Fauna. Flora and fauna.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying. I want to go.
I mean, you
towards-
hear croaking. You hear.
Ideally, I'd like to talk to something more intelligent than a frog.
Okay.
Well, how do you know that it's not intelligent?
I don't picture a frog as being intelligent, aren't they?
Depends on.
Generally speaking, most animals are.
Because the bear was stupid. And I thought the bear was going to be a lot smarter.
No.
I mean, as a druid, you might not even look at it that way. You might just see it as a different way of being. But
You're communicating
Yeah,
differently,
you
not
don't.
through
You
the
don't
use of language.
discriminate. on
I'm not saying that's how you have to
animals.
roleplay it, but I'm just saying that's way a
Even
lot of
I know
people's
that.
minds.
And I'm a half-orc, and I don't give a shit.
So
Hey, the bear would have killed us if I didn't give it all of...
It would not
Thunder
have killed us
thoughts.
if
Just
we
being
had
normal.
left it alone and not attempted to hurt it.
I got good information.
Yes. The really stupid bear was able to give you something.
See, there you go. I just took a lot of
But you-
diving.
Yeah, and you had to waste a lot of berries on that bastard.
I can pick the berries every night.
So can I, and I don't want to have to.
We don't have any froggies for the frogs, so
Flies.
what are we gonna do?
Any flies?
They probably got lots of flies. It's a swamp. Hey frogs, I got some flies. Yeah.
Flies on a stick. Here you go, kebabs!
So yeah, I had those before.
But have you had them on a stick?
I've seen sticks with like maggots still moving.
Oh.
That's neat.
It was really cool. Because they like were roasting them. They were like,
Oh.
I'm gonna pick this one.
I don't
They're
think
like,
frogs eat roasted maggots. So.
I don't think
But-
they would discriminate.
Bullfrog, maybe. Bullfrogs eat rats. So
yeah,
hey.
bullfrogs eat like frogs too. Their own.
Do they really?
Yeah, they do.
Mm,
Smaller frogs.
great.
I know that there's like the biggest toad actually eats like other toads, and if they're young doesn't like escape them or something, they eat those too. It's like pigs,
Too slow.
pretty much. Feed my hunger. Eat a one and not
Did you eat Kermit?
Not yet.
No,
No.
I don't like frog.
Not yet. I wasn't going to eat Kermit.
Yeah,
The orc might.
If we're stuck
No.
in the swamp long enough, we may
I'm-
have to eat the frog.
I'm not eating anything in this swamp.
I mean, we could put Alaska.
You can produce flames, so we don't have to worry.
We could
can cook
roast
'em.
Alaska if we had to.
I will say this, Chantal. Generally speaking, animals of the swamp, you're not gonna have much more luck than the bear in terms of how they
All right.
communicate. But I mean, yeah, you hear frogs. You think maybe there's some snakes somewhere.
Owls.
Oh,
Uh,
snakes.
owls, yeah.
Snakes.
Owls. Call forth an owl.
Ooh,
Owls know
yes.
stuff. They're wise.
I would like to go with the owl.
Oh god, we're gonna get a retarded owl.
Hey, what happened to don't discriminate?
Okay.
Knowing you and your roles, we're gonna get like the stupidest one.
Shut up. I wasted all my bad rolls already. I already rolled 2 1s and a 2.
No, we're gonna end up with a flightless bat. Just starts crawling over you.
Can I adopt the flightless bat as our mascot?
What would you like to know?
It'll walk like a pterodactyl.
Yeah, and then it kind of swims a little bit.
Just like,
I am the swamp bat.
All right. I mean, you hear hooting in the distance, so you can try and make your way towards it.
Alaska's home.
Yes, I hear owls are wise in the ways of the swamp. We should go speak with that owl.
I agree with the bird.
Where are you
Just
getting
like
this
the bear.
information from?
He's a bird.
I'm a
he's
bird. I
traveling.
know stuff.
Or you make up stuff.
I went to school.
School ghoul.
Can you even write?
Yes, I can. My wife taught me.
Okay, well, I see no loss in trying to speak with the owl.
Sure. Okay, so you will cast. What is it called? Communicate with animal. Or what is it? Animals.
Speak with animals.
The wisest of beings ask the most questions.
It's called Speak with Animals,
Oh my god.
and it's on
Say
page
who?
277.
Okay, thank you. Sorry, what? 277?
277.
Okay. What was that?
That was her owl call.
No, it's Jim's moose mating call.
Okay. So you will cast it on yourself, and you will try to approach.
Do I need to roll anything to cast it, or
No, but you will need to find the owl. So maybe you want it actually.
guys, help me find an owl?
Oh, great.
Oh,
So we're all looking around
Are
for
we,
an owl.
do we have to use, like, perception to find the owl?
Yeah. Perception would probably be the best.
Right.
used your owl
I
finding
got a
skill.
natural 20.
Shit, I got a 6.
I got a
6.
We get a badass owl.
I
Wait.
got 16.
I got 11.
I got 20.
Okay. Moore seems to be have a pretty good idea as to where to go.
Can I call it to me? Like, if I have some...
I don't think so. Unless
Like
you
if
find
I
a rat. If you had a
That
rat,
wouldn't that be animal handling?
You could do an animal handling.
it's the
All
same.
right. So
for
while
me.
I'm doing the whole thing of going to where I believe the owls are going to be, I'm going to do the animal handling to try and find something to feed it.
Ooh.
17.
Oh, jeez.
17. What do owls do?
Nice.
They eat
nice.
orc's eyes. I think
Snakes.
they like those.
Hey, leave this.
Well, it's good that I'm a half orc then.
Well, could have
They eat butterflies.
Moths?
Pixies.
No, that would be more like a bat.
I think.
What about a small turtle?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, you actually notice a small turtle swimming near you,
God.
and you pick it up and you hold it out, and then what?
Kill it.
Okay.
Katie kills the small turtle.
Ooh.
Moore kills the small turtle.
Wow.
I
And
take
then-
off the tummy shell.
Okay.
Oh.
Owl comes.
You eventually.
Okay, so what? Moore is like distracting the owls with
No,
food, so I
no,
can.
The rest of us are throwing
No,
up.
I'm bringing it to me.
I thought it was already here.
Is it already here?
No, you grabbed. Sorry, yeah, you grabbed. It was right next to you in the water.
Hey guys, you know what? Other
No,
No,
the
I'm talking
owl.
about the owl.
you know what animal is really wise too because it lives forever? A turtle.
Fucking dead now.
Kill the turtle. Just because it has wings doesn't make it better.
Yeah, but the turtle, all it would see
I have
is
an ulterior motive. Let me.
how far is the turtle really gonna get? The owl can fly; it can see more.
Plus,
Okay.
you guys want to know how many
Owl.
hits it takes to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
All right. So, anyways,
And
the owl is on its way to me,
Important
or
knowledge.
No. But you hear it and you kind of have a good feeling where it is, and eventually you make your way through some trees and you see the bird perched in the branches.
all right. So I show it the dead turtle, and
And with the help of the elf, because there's no way.
Yeah, it's just kind of looking at both of you at the moment.
Quick, say something to it in owl.
Okay,
I
so
want it to come and perch on my arm. So
Okay.
I can eat the
I'm telling the owl, we mean you no harm, and we've brought you some food, and I just would like to know
some information.
what about.
Come down and perch on my arm. We need information about the swamp and what's
Okay.
going on.
So we would like information about the swamp and this fog
If
in
you know
return
anything.
for some food.
Okay.
Come closer.
It seems hesitant to respond or come to the food just yet.
I want my guy to sit down so it shows that, or
Okay.
so I show that more shows that there's no threat from
Okay.
him.
And what are you doing with the food?
It's still like this. I'm still like
Okay.
showing offer to show that it's.
Or
Do you
should we
feel
put the
that
food
you're
on the
making
ground?
contact with the
I have
owl?
ulterior motive.
Contact.
You have an ulterior motive, but I promise the owl no harm.
So do I.
Okay.
I promise it to harm if it doesn't come over here.
She promised the turtle no harm too.
Yeah.
It says, put turtle before.
Put the turtle on the ground.
I did.
Close.
Just
Okay. If it
Well, you
flies,
wouldn't have known because it's speaking to her.
okay. Well, tell me.
Put the turtle on the ground, close to you.
it flies down, grabs the turtle, and then returns to its perch.
No.
Now you can talk to it.
Ruins everything I planned.
I don't know what you're
Freaky
planning.
druids.
So, owl, what can you tell me about the fog
And swamp.
and the swamp?
Fog came today.
Has fog come before?
Yes.
When does fog come?
Sometimes.
Why does fog come?
Don't know.
Is the fog good or bad?
Doesn't answer you.
Ask it if it wants to join us.
Owl morality is based on eating of things.
Owl, would you like to come with us?
You can perch on my shoulder.
Why?
We'll offer you more food in exchange for some guidance out of this forest. And I promise you no harm, and you can leave when we get out of the forest.
I tell him that you can perch on my shoulder.
And you can perch on my dear friend's shoulder here. He won't hurt you.
I think you're really pretty.
It appears to be an owl with
Barn
Wings.
owl.
With wings.
You know what? You
Horned
didn't
owl,
get
barn
a
owl, snow
really
owl.
good look at it yet, but it seems to have.
Horned owl.
Like a great horned owl.
Yeah.
Oh, I want that on my shoulder, dude. That will look so badass.
Okay. Let's not scare the owl.
I can get food.
We will
I can get turtle.
Ooh. I don't get this.
Big turtles too.
as nice as the turtle that we gave you. As easy as the turtle that we gave you.
Yeah.
I don't hear this. I don't hear this.
What's going
Ward,
on?
Ward, do you have any ideas of food that we can bribe this owl with? This owl says that it can get the turtle quite easily.
How about some rats?
Owl, would you like some rats?
Roll an animal handling. Sec.
Oh
This-
God, please don't
yeah.
get me a 1. I got
18.
18 plus 5.
So, yeah, 23.
Well, you're not communicating with it so much, but you did offer it food, so that was good. Yeah. So Gilmar, you offer rats.
Rats, lots of rats. An unending supply of rats, easily fed to you with no hunting required.
What are you gonna turn yourself into a rat?
I'm not gonna feed myself to it.
Turn yourself into 5 rats and just give them one.
Or you'll be a king rat.
Like a horcrux.
A rat king, or whatever they call it.
I can fly fast, faster than you walk.
That's perfect.
My friend here says that's perfect.
Well, you didn't.
I didn't hear it.
Yeah.
What's he saying?
He's saying that he can fly faster than we can walk.
That's
walk
perfect. That's just what we need.
Walk
Yeah,
slow.
to kill rats.
Walk slow. I leave you behind if you walk slow.
Would you? He says that we walk slow, and
Tell him when he gets tired, he can perch on my shoulder.
my friend here says that when you get tired of flying, you can perch on his shoulder. Would you like to fly ahead, be our guide, in exchange for food,
And a place to rest.
and a place to rest
And
when you get
safety.
tired, and safety?
Okay. If you hurt me, or I don't get rats anymore, then I go away then.
Deal. Can we have a name?
What's a name?
Do you have a name?
What's a name?
A name is your title. What people call you to differentiate you between other owls.
I think other owls call him. So that's what we'll call him. Out of respect.
I don't know name.
Can we give him one?
My friend asks, can we give you a name? Such as my name is Galamar, and this is Moore.
You'd probably want to be called Bevan.
Okay, well, yeah. Okay.
How about pound cake?
So you guys don't actually hear this discussion.
I hear this part of
She's
the
basically hooing.
Oh,
to,
right, okay.
yeah. And it's hooing back.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
But those are very funny suggestions.
It's a reference.
So, okay, so you offer to give it a name. It seems kind of like not. It doesn't seem to care either way, really.
All right.
It doesn't. It seems a little confused as to why you're even asking it permission to do so.
All right. So, Mr. Owl, until we can think of a
Oh
better
my
name.
god, that is a horrible name.
Until we can think of a better name.
You hear who?
Did you just assume it's gender? What if
Is
it's
it
a
male
miss?
Is it a male or a female?
It's kind of hard to picture Dave as a female right now. Speaking owl to me.
I'm trying to get it the most neutral voice because I don't feel like talking in the narrative voice.
Okay. So Owl, would you prefer to fly ahead and then we'll meet up with you, or would you?
How the hell would...
Just kind of like circle
We would-
in the general area in a direction.
I circle around.
You circle?
Mm-hmm.
Any other requests
Tell it
for
to
the
who
owl?
when it sees anything of like predator or danger.
Owl, can you hoot when you see anything dangerous, so that we can hear you?
And that we know what's ahead.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. Any other requests for the owl?
Oh, owl requests?
Yes.
I'm joking. Living on a prayer.
Requests for the owl. What does it have to say to us?
Because they have no idea what we.
Is it our
So the
friend
owl,
now?
the owl is our ally for now.
It's gonna rest
More of
in
an
my
acquaintance.
Bonus. Has the owl seen a pixie?
Owl, have you seen a small little pixie anywhere?
Well, it wouldn't know what a name is.
Yeah, it
Shit, I
was.
thought
I have not seen Pixie.
The owl has not seen the pixie.
Good. Let's tell our owl eye to let's go.
Tell it to keep an eye out for the pixie.
Owl, can you keep an eye out for the pixie while you're flying around?
What does it look like?
What does the pixie look like?
what color was
Pixie
it?
like.
What was it? Pixie color.
It had a little bow and arrow, and it had. Did it have wings?
Yeah, I thought that.
it did.
Yeah, and it was all sparkly and stuff. Looks kind of like us, only a lot smaller.
Very small.
So is that the description you give it to?
Yes.
It's shiny, so don't eat anything that's
It's
moving and shiny.
It sounds wonderful.
Yeah,
That sounds better than a rat.
Give it a shiny thing, like a coin that you think is it's actually not very valuable.
Tell it that.
The owl.
Tell the
Oh, yeah,
owl
sorry.
that the pixie is poisonous.
The pixie is poisonous. You cannot eat the pixie.
Okay.
But do you like shiny things? I think the owl may like shiny things.
Not a
We-
mockingbird.
The owl was interested as soon as you said shiny. It wanted to eat the pixie.
No, it just said ooh.
The pixie, it said. The owl said, "Ooh, shiny," and it wanted to eat the pixie because the pixie sounds better than the rest.
Give him like a shiny copper or something.
I don't have a shiny copper. Do I?
Yeah.
See if it has change.
Oh,
It's got silver.
I got copper. I'm not giving
I just got gold.
You can get that.
anybody got anything?
I don't want to break
What's
it.
I don't think an owl's gonna have any use for a coin.
I don't either.
But the shiny.
The shiny.
My armor is shiny.
Ooh.
You may rest on my armor.
Good lord, can you just post this?
I want a really badass animal on my shoulder, dude. Come on.
Okay.
Great horned owls are like the coolest.
Okay, so Katie really wants an owl. Any other requests before we move on?
What's a falcon or a hawk?
Let's go!
It says let's go, and it takes off.
Okay, so the
Alright,
owl.
let's follow suit. Jesus Christ, you can...
Were you guys just asked to kind of keep an eye for danger, right? Nothing else.
And the pixie.
And the pixie.
Oh, and the pixie, right? Like you're not expecting it to like lead you home, right?
Well, to get us out of the forest.
Just to get us like out of the forest,
The swamp.
And then we can get our bearings from there.
and then the owl can go back home once we get out of this.
No, fuck you, I want to try and keep it.
Well, good luck with that.
Right now, it's just circling around you guys. It's kind of waiting.
Tell it
for
to
you.
lead us to the direction it wants to go.
It wants to go.
Not that it wants to go, I think. Tell it, swamp. The swamp is the dangerous part. We want to get away from the swamp, so.
Owl, can you lead us away from the swamp?
Ask him if there's a road, like if he
Or
describe
is
a
there
road to
is
him.
there a road nearby?
I know not of roads. I know not swamp.
Oh. Well, that's
Take
not
us to
very
the edge of
helpful.
the swamp. Sorry, tell him that.
Can you take us to the edge of the swamp?
Haven't been there in a long time. We'll keep an eye out.
But you have been to the edge of the swamp.
Yes.
How far is it? Do you remember?
Where's my phone? Sorry, just give me a minute. He just says very far.
No shit.
Because they don't have...
It's like 30,000 mice length.
30. Okay, so the owl says that the edge of the swamp
Many,
is
many
very
mice.
far.
Mm-hmm.
So guys, it looks like we're in for a trek.
Hooray!
How did we even get to the swamp?
Ask the fog. It's magic.
Okay. All right. You guys proceed. It is nighttime currently. In case you guys have forgotten, but seems like you were eager to get out. The fog has settled down to a creeping mist, rising from the water now like a spectral steam. Excuse me.
That doesn't sound good.
The fog surrounds you. Its dampness caressing you like cold, dead hands.
That doesn't sound good.
Great.
The swamp seems to retreat from the mists, its sights and sounds disappearing into some unseen distance. All that remains visible is the cold, choking fog. Even your companions seem far away. For a moment, everything is quiet. What few sounds you can hear at the moment are amplified by the surrounding mists. Your own breathing, your beating heart. As the fog dissipates, fading away as quickly as it appeared, you guys realize that you may be in the swamp for some time.
I am now depressed.
Well, the owl did say that the edge of the swamp was a long ways away.
Well, why don't we have the owl tell us where some dry land is so we can make camp?
Owl, have you seen any dry land?
Yes.
Can you take us to it?
Yes. Will you take us to it?
Rat? Get me rat.
Where we need to find.
Okay, well, both of us need to... And that's which
Oh wait, what am I doing?
Rat.
is for animal
No,
handling
but
or
animal handling or
If you want to find a rat, that would probably be the survival tech.
survival?
Yeah.
survival.
Oh,
Oh.
sweet, 14.
20.
It's not great, but
20. Okay.
14 and 20.
You're looking for some time. Actually, the spell of your communication with the owl will run out soon.
Oh
So,
shit.
would you like to, you probably can find one, but how would you like to handle the situation currently?
I'd like to. Well, I mean, my idea was to get a rat and give it to the owl.
Okay.
That way
But are
it
you
stays
okay? Are you
alive.
okay with giving it to the owl after you can no longer speak with it?
Is that like no longer? Or
Like
should we
just
keep a rat?
unless you cast the spell again, but you know you have a limited amount of spells you can cast in any days. So
But we're about to
But
rest.
it's nighttime, right?
Yeah, and we're
Right.
about to rest, so I don't think you should recast the spell into the morning.
Yeah, so I'll just give the owl the rat and
Okay.
go to bed.
Okay. So you're searching for some time, but eventually you spot something scurrying, and you manage to grab it. The owl flies down and perches on your shoulder as it begins to eat it.
Fuck you.
It takes off again and says to follow in the direction it flies in, and flies off.
Okay,
So-
let's go.
The owl says to fly in, or to follow in the direction that it's going.
Here, let's all just pick
Alright.
up our asses and fly out of here.
I'm gonna compose this song while we're going
Okay.
called Half an Orc, Half an Owl.
All disappointment.
It's very depressing, just to go with the mood of the fog. And
Yeah.
Great. You
You-
always know what to sing.
You move in the direction that the owl
I just pictured that song,
left
Pirates
you.
of the Caribbean,
And,
the one where they're, like, hanging.
And as you're moving through, the water is rising.
What?
Up
Why is it
to
doing that?
up to like not on its own, but as you're continuing in, you're moving through deeper and deeper water.
Oh, great.
We're
but-
going through the water?
But eventually,
Your owl sucks.
you're about waist high at one point, but eventually the trees clear and you see some land again, and you're able to
What'd you say about my owl?
step up.
Not very good owl.
The owl is in the tree, looking down upon you.
Well done, owl. I always trusted you.
This kind of comes at you.
Is the spell worn off yet, or?
Yeah, it was worn off a while ago.
Okay. But it's nighttime, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so I say we take this area of dry land and make camp for the night, and then we'll continue in the morning.
Who takes first watch?
Not me. I fall asleep.
I will.
I'll take second.
I'll take last.
I'm asleep.
I really want to just cut her throat.
I
She needs
do
to
as
pull her
well.
weight.
Alaska needs to pull her weight.
Sorry, his weight.
Didn't hear it because I'm asleep.
Okay, so sorry, who's taking first watch?
Me.
Okay.
I'm starting to like this half orc.
Make a perception check.
Oh, no! It's a 9.
Okay. Well, you know what? I'd actually like you to make it with advantage. So that's okay. You can
Ooh,
roll.
what?
You can roll again, and if it's higher, you can take that result.
Actually, roll it.
Roll, yeah. Just take it and roll it. No, if you're gonna try and discern, that's kind
No,
of
no,
cheating.
because when I roll it lands on 1. When I actually roll.
Would you like a different die?
No, that didn't help last
Okay,
time.
just don't.
Okay, I'm gonna roll it.
Okay. Jesus fuck.
Okay, that didn't count. It hit Katie.
No, it does. It does. It
It
does.
does.
What the fuck?
Because if it was
a
good, you
5.
would have taken it.
No, it was a 5. With a 5.
Yeah.
So it was a 10.
10.
Either way, it's fine.
10?
Yeah.
That was 1 better than a 9.
Okay.
We're gonna die. I'm sorry.
Well, I'll say this. Something seems off about this place.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You
scraped the knife.
the
Do it.
you as a druid. Okay, put it in there. As a druid, as a druid, you have you're very in tune with the environment, and something seems off. I'll say. Dave the DM here. I hope you've enjoyed this content so far, and if you have, don't forget to like our video and subscribe to our channel. You can also check us out on Facebook at fb.me/davingthrow and on Twitter at twitter.com/davingthrow, and keep updated on the newest episodes and other Daving Throw updates. Now, back to the show.
Okay, so
Come on.
I'm gonna shake everyone awake, and I'm gonna get you guys up right away because something seems off.
Well, before you do that, I'll say
I
that.
already knew everything was off.
Before,
I thought something was off too. The fog
okay,
is
listen.
fucked.
So, this is a lingering feeling you've been feeling for a while. I'll just say that, and I'm just saying it's growing on you. It's growing on you. If you want, you can wake the others up, but it's not like a sudden like, oh no, something's off, like something's wrong. We have to do something right now. But
I would still like to wake everyone up.
Okay, sure.
Is this a hot one? Am I gonna die?
Unless you're a pussy.
So I'm still gonna wake everyone up because I want everyone to be awake just in case.
Mm-hmm.
Let's play this out.
What are we awake for, Elf?
What the hell?
Fucking Alaska. Something has been bothering me since the fog rolled in, and this place just feels very uneasy to me, and I don't like it right now. Something seems off.
You know what? I don't like being woken up in the middle of the night.
Shut up.
Perhaps we should
Listen.
trust in the instincts of the elf.
Yeah.
I said this from the very beginning.
I said it too, and you didn't pay attention.
I was only half listening.
I was the one that did detect evil and detect good and evil and detect magic.
Yeah, but I said the fog was freaking me out. It's unnatural.
What would you suggest we do?
I would like to move on without
Try to dry out the fog?
try to outrun the fog.
I think it already caught us.
Yeah.
I'd like to try and leave this place as quickly as possible.
Did we get a short rest?
Yeah, I'll say you at least got a short rest right now. So if you guys want to roll for what hit points you get back, if you'd like to disrupt the long rest.
So what do we roll?
Wait, what?
So it depends on your class. So look under hit points. There should be something that says hit
I
points.
have an ability for this.
You
just
have
a sec.
2D. Everyone has 2 whatever their classes. So it would be
Wait,
2d8.
2? Oh, mine says 1. What?
No, it should say 2 because you leveled. And you can roll
What am I doing?
one. You can roll 1 or 2 of them. You can save 1 for later. But once you roll both of them, you can't use any more until you take a full long rest, which is 8 hours.
Okay, so 2. What am I?
So I'm gonna have to roll 2 because I already used 2.
Oh, did you already use
Yeah,
one?
because I used detect magic and detect.
This isn't a spell. This is you got an hour of rest, so
What's
you
it-
can.
what's- Oh, I didn't.
And actually, Chantel.
Okay, my Song of
Aren't I
Rest
supposed to
can
only-
Yeah, you
give
saw one.
extra 1d6 of healing
Oh.
for a short
Are they
rest.
supposed to have more hit points?
And I did
Chantel
mention
has 17.
crafting a song.
I thought I leveled you up. Guess what?
You did, but you.
This is an 8, right?
Yes.
Okay.
How many sides does it have?
But the short rest is you get your hit dice, right, during a day that you can roll to heal?
Yes.
Okay, but everybody can do that.
And add an extra d6.
Yeah, even if you want to use 1 hit dice, you can add a d6 to it.
What?
How many hit dice do you start off with?
We're at 2nd level, so right now we have 2.
It's always equal to your level.
You
So-
and I have 2d8.
I don't. I'm at max. I like one shot everybody in the last fight, and never
So
got
you're
hit.
fine.
So
I don't even know
My,
what
I'm
that
at.
So I got 8.
Oh, I'm at
5
14
and 3.
right now.
So I'm back to full 13.
Okay, hold on, Katie. I'm just gonna fix your hit points. I'm sorry about that.
Okay.
So wait, I can roll.
Because I
2
can't
of
really
these?
be a defender if I haven't.
I'm the defender. You have a pool of it for every day.
17.
You can
Looks like
short
you're already
rest
full.
to get your hit
No, I
dice
know. I'm just
roll
talking about
to
hit dice
heal.
in general.
Okay.
Okay.
So you have 2 hit dice right now. You can do 1, or you can do 2, or you can do none.
Okay.
If you do 1, you still get a d6 bonus to it because of my Song of Rest that I sung about the half orc, half owl. And
and half sleep.
you
Oh, shut up, Alaska.
So if I roll like a 1d8,
you
I
can
can-
also add 1d6 to it, so you'll probably be good with that, I would imagine. Unless you were horribly winded.
However, you will not get your spells. Well, most classes do not get their spells back after a short rest. That's the only thing to keep in mind.
So wait, so I could roll a 2d8 plus a 1d6?
Johnny, would you like to try one?
No,
No? Why not?
me full.
So I rolled a 1d8 and got a 3, which takes me up to my hit point max of 17.
So you're good then. Okay, cool. All right, so you guys are going to continue on through the night.
That just made me think
My
of
rage
that
grows
song
out
from-
more and more every day.
Kind of makes me think of that song from Anastasia with Rasputin and like hell.
Oh, that's a great song. Night. I love that synth sound. That movie has some good songs.
The owl's hooting at you.
Okay, so I'm gonna. gonna cast Speak with Animals.
Let's go.
Okay. How many spells do you have left for the day? Just remember to mark them down
wait,
as you
So I
cast them.
used one to talk with the owl, so I'm using 2. When does the day begin? What?
That makes sense.
Basically, after you take a long rest. So you since you guys got up, you have not had a long rest yet.
Bruh.
Okay.
A long rest
so
is 8 hours.
This
You
will
wouldn't
be,
know what that's like.
This will be 2 then, and I have 3 slots total.
Okay. So you have one left then, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so Owl, do you see anything peculiar or strange or dangerous?
Why don't I just use detect good or evil? Then we can really find out.
All you'll get
Because
is
that's just gonna...
yes, there is good, or yes, there is evil.
Or
I'd rather have-
nothing at all.
I'd rather have nothing at all than detect, like, oh, hey, there's something evil around here.
Or we could just ask the owl.
Asking the Owl.
Alright.
Owl, do you see anything strange or dangerous or peculiar?
For an owl.
You're strange.
Yeah.
Rat.
Nice wording.
Owl wants a rat.
You don't get to make sarcastic remarks if you don't understand. I'm sorry.
Owl wants a rat. Owl needs a rat.
Where did my...
I mean, I guess you can as a player, but
Yes, I'm making...
but
them
it
as
seems
players.
it seems like it's as more.
Sorry.
Okay.
That was as a player,
Okay,
not as
okay.
more. Oh, shit.
I got 25.
You got a nat 20.
You both
Nat
got nat 20s?
No, I got 6.
Is that like all you roll, 1s and 20s?
Okay.
You should be a half one. You should reroll the ones and win all the time.
You find another rat, and the owl seems pleased. It takes to the sky, and it's circling around. And the question was, do you see anything unusual, scary? And it returns. It says no.
So you will... Oh, sorry. What did it say?
It says it doesn't see anything peculiar, but something still doesn't feel right.
That's
You
re-
shut up. We'll leave you behind for bait.
Man, we would have been so lost without the elf. We would have thought everything was just normal.
Yeah.
I told you guys from the beginning there was something off about the fog.
I just
Okay.
want to go and sleep in a bed.
Okay, so
Princess, for once
can you
I
get
agree
a
with
better
you.
sense from the
Yeah.
owl about much farther the edge of the swamp is now?
Owl, how much further is the edge of the swamp?
Flies up and goes up higher in the sky. Comes back. It says, "Very far."
What
Maybe
did it say?
you know what? Ask him how many days travel he thinks it would take.
The owl
walking.
said very far.
How many
Owl,
moons?
how many days of walking is the edge of the swamp?
Don't know. Don't walk.
How many days of flying?
How many moons? It goes at night, so I would know like when the moons
How
are.
much of a day or how much days of flying would it take? you
How
to get
many?
there?
But the owl can fly faster than we can walk.
Yeah, but we could do math.
How many days or nights of flying does it take you to reach the edge of the swamp?
I think the airspeed of an unladen owl is like they travel
By my
like
calculations.
30 feet a second or something.
My character's smart.
So it says about 1 moon.
1 moon. Okay.
1 moon of flight.
Like
One
a
moon of
full,
flight.
like a full 1 moon of flight,
Oh god, we're getting specific
because
now.
that's going to be really long walking.
The bard wants to know: is it 1 full moon from the rising
Oh,
of the moon
Like
to the
moon
setting?
to moon.
It says 1 moon. 1
So
moon
that
to
must
edges.
mean like
Not. It has nothing to do with. He's not describing phases. He says 1 moon to edges.
One night.
1 night to the edge of the
For
swamp.
flying.
So
Flying.
then we're looking at probably a week of travel on foot, also known as certain death.
At this point, I'd probably take
Although
it.
wait, no, we have a wood elf who sort of knows about nature, right? So
Yeah.
sort of.
Yeah.
that should help.
All right. So, guys, what do we want to do? We have a long journey out of the woods, but I feel uneasy in here.
I'm just a poor old fighter.
You know what?
No magic abilities, guys.
Because
It's
I already
all
said
you.
it doesn't know anything about. Because I was thinking, like, maybe ask it, like, is it seen people like us, like, you know, 2 legs walking and like
good.
point us to the nearest ones or something?
Owl, have you seen any other two-legged creatures like us? Any? Well,
'Cause
they're
he
not
could-
all
he could-
humans.
Yes, but he could also point us in the way of a bunch of orcs and other things. That
I
could
said
kill us.
any two-legged creatures like us.
Like a half orc, maybe.
Like half of that.
Sorry, could you say the question one more time?
Owl, have you seen any humans nearby or any creatures that look like us that you could lead us to?
No.
No. No humans, half orcs, transvestites nearby.
It's not transvestite.
Edge of swamp, maybe? See few? Not in swamp.
The owl says that he sees
Then there must be
humanoids near the edge of the swamp. But
Not in a long time.
not in a long time, apparently. Why
I
is that
swing
better?
my sword at the fog again. Oh my god.
Why is that better?
I'm being sarcastic.
Okay,
Well, I
so
guess
we
we'll be
are like
following the owl for a while.
we're like completely abandoned here in the swamp. Fantastic.
Why did I come on this trip?
You wanted the money.
Probably money to get more makeup. Man.
This head's
I
gonna be
ignore it.
gross by the end of the time we get out of the swamp.
What?
The
head.
the head we have is gonna be really gross by the time we get out of the swamp.
All right, so you guys are pushing
I
through
kinda look
the,
at it and realize
the night
that.
then? Is that the idea?
And I kind of just chuck it into the
Okay.
swamp.
Do we have
Guys-
to bring it back for
Yeah,
the?
wasn't
Yeah.
that was our
Oh,
money?
yeah.
Guys, let's take a vote. Do we want to rest or do we want to go push through the night?
See, if we try to do that again, though, there's this annoying elf's gonna like be like, "Hey guys, it's really weird here. You should like stop resting."
Okay.
Where did my dice go? I had some. I don't know where I put them.
I'll
I had,
stay
I had
up
some
when
red
you
dice.
see
Did anyone see them? It's so weird.
Did you? Oh, no.
Oh my gosh.
them. Right here, sweetie.
Oh yeah. Okay. It's a mystery. Okay. So what's the game plan?
I'll stay up
Oh,
with the
the
elf
owl.
this time because that way he won't feel so alone and afraid.
I don't feel alone.
Oh, so you guys are resting then?
They want to rest.
Okay.
I
sorry.
feel
I go back to.
I feel weird about this. I don't like it.
Okay.
Well, the
We
only way to
all
get
feel
Alaska to
weird
work with
about
us is
it,
just let her
but-
sleep. Let's just deal with that.
Should probably get all rested up, get respilled.
So we're
That's good.
I
resting.
feel like just putting a really muddy, disgusting thing in front of her so that when she wakes up,
By the way, do you guys have a campfire or anything?
This elf does not want to light a campfire to draw
Okay.
attention to us.
Just wondering. Any kind of light source? Or no?
Attention to what? There's no people. There's
I
no
also,
danger.
I
there's
also
no.
don't trust it because, like, what kind of gases are coming from the swamp?
What,
Yeah.
like methane?
It's possible.
I still don't feel good about
Yeah,
this.
we won't be very.
And
we won't
also,
be very comfortable with a
one of my
fire.
friends, and I'm kind of wondering, Dave, did you read this? I'm kind of wondering if this
Let me
is
see.
playing into the forest thing
I
about
suffer
my.
awful visions of a coming disaster and will do anything to prevent it. Oh, great.
Oh, maybe that's what it was. The weirdness was about.
That's what I'm just wondering
If you, well, it's
about this.
if you play that, you can get an inspiration point for playing to your character.
That might fit into your background, sure.
I did play it earlier when, like last time around, when we were doing something.
Remind me what it was again.
I can't even remember.
Okay. Well,
we were doing something, and I was like trying to like push the group forward or something because I suffered awful visions. But I can't remember what we were doing.
you had brief visions. You did have brief visions of the land itself falling apart and
Oh, good
being
Lord.
twisted and horrible catastrophe, but nothing super specific. But there was some images that had mist in them,
Oh, good.
and maybe that could be tied to this. You don't know.
Mist and fog.
And horrible things.
Okay. So first watch then. Yes.
And I'll
Yes.
sit with her to make sure that he's okay.
You know what, actually, I can take first watch because, I won't wake people up. I'll just sing a nice lullaby,
Elf is going into a trance.
bardic style, and everybody will be nice and calm. And you can
Thanks,
sleep.
Bard.
Okay. So you guys.
So what is my trance again? Like 4 hours or something?
That was an hour.
No, I think it was 4 hours.
Yeah, no, I think for elf trance, yeah, I think that's 4 hours. I think that's
I'll
right.
sing a song to help you trance well.
You still need 8 hours of long rest. It just means you need less time to actually sleep.
Wait, sorry, what?
It just means you need less time to actually
Swamp
sleep.
trance.
Yeah, your trance is only 4 hours. That's right. But you still have to rest for 8 hours with everyone else.
To modify
Rest
my
just
loot a little
means
bit.
not doing anything extraneous.
Bioluminescent
okay.
moss.
But 4 hours, you are, yeah, you're still you're
Frog base.
it's like asleep, but not quite.
Okay.
Rivet.
Yeah, semi consciousness.
You guys are mocking me, but I don't feel comfortable about this forest, and it's putting me on edge.
Well, I'll take the edge off with my lovely music.
Okay.
Sing.
Okay, so you guys are sleeping then?
Sure.
Okay. Very nice. All right, so first watch is Belvin. Sorry, I've forgotten your name.
Bevan.
Belfort. Bevan.
Belvin.
Okay.
Sounds like a child.
Where's the
corpse.
chipmunk?
So what are you doing? You're sort of just strumming gently on your
Yeah, I'm doing my bardic.
your weapon, or not your weapon, your music instrument. What is yours?
Destroy my weapon. It's okay. I mean,
Heavy
wait,
metal.
no, it's okay.
The axe.
Don't we all have
Axe
like
guitar.
lutes? Wasn't that what we all got?
What's
I
your
have a
instrument?
lute.
I didn't
I
get
have
a
a
loot.
lute.
Okay.
Well, actually, wait. Yeah, I have a lute. I can play a mandolin, a harp, and a lute.
Playing gentle chords on your lute as you look into the night. I'm assuming watching for anything that could be trouble.
Go to sleep.
Shut your mouth and go
A
to
foggy
sleep.
swamp. You'll be okay. You won't die. At least, probably not.
So the other three are out. I'd like you to make a wisdom check, please.
Who?
Sorry, perception check. Ben.
Me, I'm so perceptive. No, I'm not actually.
As he's sitting there playing his lute.
I'm extremely perceptive.
I'm negative perceptive. That's why I never do watch.
13. So I'm kind of looking around while I'm playing still.
Okay.
So hopefully.
Well, the night is
How did that even happen?
young.
the night's not young anymore. It's far from young, but the swamp seems even darker than it did before. The nearby trees have become twisted shadows with claw-like branches reaching out,
See?
and a foul odor rises from the murky water.
I incorporated
Overhead.
it into my song.
Through the tangled branches, the sky also appears somewhat strange. The stars have subtly changed positions, and the moon is closer, nearly full. Menacing clouds begin to roll across the western sky like a curtain of black smoke. In but a few moments, the clouds blot out the feeble starlight completely. A storm is brewing, a very bad storm.
This song is getting awesome.
It's like the opening to some metal song.
Rain of blood.
But fortunately, no trouble during your watch, and eventually you wake up the next party.
See, Elf? That's how it's done.
Meanwhile, Elf wakes up to notice all of this change and goes, "What were you doing?"
Why didn't you tell me?
Well,
Which wakes me up, and I'm like, just shut the fuck up!
okay, who's next watch?
It'd be
Me.
Yeah, the elf.
Okay.
I had my 4 hours of trance.
Okay. Moore, again, you notice the same thing. You think that your suspicions are true. Something is very off. The sky is dark, and the trees are menacing. You feel like
We're gonna die.
maybe
This is what I've been saying!
maybe you're being watched. Maybe it's just a trick of the circumstances you're in. But
I don't trust this
you feel uneasy. You even feel Tyr was your deity, correct? Tyr?
Yes.
You even feel like your god isn't as close, still somewhat present but distant in a way that you haven't felt before.
Okay.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound good.
But eventually your watch passes, and how many hours would that be at this point?
So that would have been 8 hours.
Yeah, it's basically eventually the sun. Well, I wouldn't say quite the sun. It's a gray morning, but the light is upon you, and the swamp is a little clearer today. You guys do not feel like you were in the place you were the previous day.
I don't like what this swamp does at night.
Good morning, everyone. Looks like a lovely day.
I'm still sleeping.
Lovely day in the swamp.
It's only been 8 hours.
I kick her awake.
I was just gonna say.
Is our owl
No!
still here?
Get your ass up. We are not in Kansas anymore.
Where's this Kansas you speak of?
Okay, so
I haven't been there.
The owl stuck
You sound
around
like
through
you've
the
been
night,
everywhere
right?
The owl
I
actually the owl asks you for a
rat.
before. Tell it to leave. I don't want it to get hurt.
There's one thing that knows.
Sorry, it doesn't
where
ask
the
you.
road
It doesn't
is.
ask you. It asks the one who speaks. It hoots to you. I should say.
That means I have to cast the spell again.
Yeah.
And that means I lose a spell. Oh, damn.
Or
You
could
should
just
know
not.
it's hoot by now.
I know, I should be able to
Like,
speak
that
it.
sounds like I want a rat.
Okay,
Or you cannot speak it and we lose the owl.
or does the owl know the routine by now? That if I give owl rat,
He's leading us.
owl leads.
You give Owl Rat, it will satisfy your request. And so far, what it's agreed to is it's agreed to look out for any trouble and for
And lead us to the edge.
it'll try.
My foot really.
Like it said, it hasn't been there in a long time. It told you how far it is.
Well, we don't have anything else to follow, so might as well follow it.
So am I casting the spell then? Am I?
We
Or...
don't have to. We
No, you just
need
gotta
a
get a
rat.
rat.
Okay, rat. Here we go. Come on, not be a 1.
Roll for Okay.
It's animal
Song's
handling,
starting
right?
to
Or
No, I thought it was survival.
survival?
And
Oh,
then
okay,
the owl
16.
left.
16.
Don't even count mine.
You're taking a while. You can find food, but it's taking a while to find a rat in particular. But you might be able to give it something else.
What else do owls like
We
to
have-
eat?
I don't give it one of my rations because that was stupid.
No, it's not eating our rations. Berries? I don't know.
Well, you said this
You're the
would
druid,
we
huh?
have used a ration?
You're the wood elf. How do you?
That's right. You guys should all erase one ration off your sheet, unless
Oh,
anyone wants to
shit.
actually make an effort to hunt.
I'll make an effort to hunt. I'm
I
protective of my rations.
I won't right now.
Okay, well, if you get enough for us to last, so we don't have to lose the rations, we'll have to see how much you get.
And you can't
Okay.
spell rations without rat, so.
Rat kebabs, anybody?
Rat ins, am I right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Moving
so I would
on.
like to try hunting. Do I roll for that?
Well, let's resolve the first thing.
Okay, so
what
we need...
what are you feeding it?
That is
Are you going to take a little longer to find the rat? You're going to take.
No,
a,
I'm just gonna find whatever little vermin animal
Okay.
thing I can find.
Okay, yeah, you managed to find a little frog.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Let's put a tail
I
on
just
it.
like shake it in my hands like.
Okay. It eats it and then continues up into the air.
Let's hope that frog satisfied the owl.
But it seems to be scared, you'd almost say. Like it seems like it doesn't want to do this much longer. Like maybe this isn't the time it wants to be out.
It was cool when it was rats. Frogs, like, nah.
Also, isn't it daytime now and
It
owls
sucks
aren't
now.
really good? It's not safe for them during the day.
No, they don't really have any predators during the day.
Gotta watch out for those day owls.
They don't really have any predators during the day. They just
Bigger
prefer the
birds
night.
and I thought it was like
It seems a little I'll put it this way, it semes a little uneasy, like maybe it wants to take a break soon.
Okay. Oh god.
We all want to take a break, owl. Sucks for us, too.
I'll tell the owl that
That means I have to cast a spell.
it's perch on me.
Alright, I'm
No.
casting the Speak with Animals spell. Fuck you all. Okay. Owl, would you like to take a rest on my friend's shoulder here instead of flying? Because you look tired.
And we already know the direction they were taking us.
Rest on your shoulder. Rest on your shoulder.
Sorry, War, but the owl wants to rest on my shoulder.
Fuck you, you took
Owl, you can rest on my shoulder.
Because it's
Should be. My phone should
You
go
set an
off
alarm.
yeah. Let's see, how long have we gone? We've only gone an hour and a half, so it goes for about 3 hours, so about halfway through. Okay, so it rests on your shoulder. You guys continue on, I'm assuming.
Oh, and then I wanted to try hunting so that we wouldn't have to
Okay.
use one of our
With an owl on your shoulder.
Catch a lot of rats.
Well, I believe one of you has a background too.
I do too.
Yeah, I think it was you. Maybe Chantel does that. Allows you to just procure food without even having to roll, really. Well, I mean, the swamp's
I
think
probably
both of us
Plus
sparse.
2 survival check too.
Yeah, I think we're both hunter
We
gatherers.
both did.
Okay.
Well, I'm an outlander.
Oh,
Fishing
I'm a
or
hunter
whatever.
I
gatherer.
get free food in inns.
You guys
Get
managed
me to an
to.
inn.
You guys managed to procure some mushrooms and berries that will probably take care of all of you for the day.
I grab the mushrooms real quick.
Should I be writing this down? Mushrooms and berries.
Are they good mushrooms? Or are they...
Because it takes
You know
a
them to
week
be
to
good,
get
yeah.
where
You
we're
wouldn't-
going. I have
wouldn't-
5 days
Okay.
of ration.
Take
No,
it.
it's not good enough.
Jeez.
I just didn't know if this land worked mushrooms too.
Well, you think they are anyway. I mean,
Oh, good lord.
according to your knowledge, they don't seem to show any signs.
We're
of
gonna
being
die
one.
from truffles.
Is it really hot in here? Or am I just crazy?
You're crazy.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty normal.
You and Katie. I was gonna say,
Yeah.
I'm okay.
Okay. Well, you guys continue on, but the water is seeming to get deeper and deeper.
Oh my god,
Not
no!
again.
My worst nightmare! I don't want to be in the water!
Why scared of piranhas gonna
And
get?
the owl's not as good as I thought he was. I gotta use the washroom.
We can't see the bottom, it's a swamp. You can't see the bottom of a swamp.
It's not that deep.
How do you know?
We're walking in it, bitch.
Yes, but it's getting higher and higher, which means it's going to go deeper.
Or it could just stay that.
I would
depth.
rather not be fighting in waist deep water or higher.
I suggest we keep going, unless you want to stay in the waist deep
No,
water.
I'm continuing to walk. I'm complaining and walking at the same time. It's a skill anybody has. Hello, Alaska is a master at it.
Alaska makes a life out of it.
About what? I wasn't listening to you.
Complaining and walking at the same time. It's a skill you possess.
Oh, yes. I'm very good at that.
Oh, I don't like that. You know the rest.
Thanks.
Well, you
That's
don't want
sweet of you. I'll just have the cheese.
Oh my god, it's stuck to the plate. Okay, there we go.
It's better with cranberry sauce.
Oh, yeah.
You guys see in the distance, though, maybe some faint hope. It looks like another island. This one appears to be an old rundown cabin on it.
Oh, good!
No, that's what
This
I
is
thought.
what nightmares are made of.
Hey, it's got a roof over top of it.
At least we aren't in the woods.
Well, you can go in first.
I'm gonna go in first.
I'm already in.
We're in the swamp yet?
We found an island with
And Alaska booted it right to the
a rundown
dilapidated.
cabin.
Yeah.
Oh.
Alaska's already inside.
Yeah, I'm essentially, yeah.
There isn't much to the cabin. It seems like it was probably belonging to some swamp hermit, maybe. But it does appear like there's a
There's gonna be bad juju in there. I just know it.
I don't have a good feeling about this entire forest.
it seems like there's a dock out back with a raft tied up to it.
Which means it gets deeper. That's
Neat.
great.
At least there's a raft, but will it hold all of us?
Probably not. I am. Really
It looks
happy.
pretty big, actually. It looks pretty big.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well, then
I think
that's-
you'll be okay.
I get in the raft.
I'm surprised.
Are we gonna take a look around
So I don't have
the
to push off.
this little cabin or whatever first?
Yeah, let's look in the cabin.
Wait, wasn't it empty? Like it just sounded like it was empty.
Unless we roll a perception check and find something.
Well, I won't find it, so.
Okay,
He's just off on the raft already.
I'm just sitting
I'd like to
raft.
check out the cabin.
All right, I will too.
I unravel the raft. No, I just go off. That was the
And
last time they saw
I
Alaska.
got 14 for perception.
I got 22.
Okay, I rolled too
Seven.
well, so I'm just gonna pretend I'm still in the raft because it would break the immersion here.
You find. What do you find? You find some old swamp outfits, like big heavy boots and that sort of thing. Yeah.
Hey, Alaska, can you
Some
appraise
camping
these
equipment.
for us?
Praise what?
Appraise the clothing that we have just found. Yeah, clothing that I have.
Okay, then I get out of the boat and I walk up and I look, and then what am I gonna appraise here? So would it be?
Perception or insight or knowledge?
I don't know. Might be insight. I don't know. What would
Appraise.
Would it be insight?
Gee, what are you appraising? You're appraising some basic clothes. The clothes are made for basically surviving in a swamp. So I guess a survival check would be your best.
All right,
Appraising it.
I got a 1. And I rolled a 2.
I'll say this: they don't look fabulous.
These are
Yeah, that's all.
clothes.
I think they're
Oh my god,
ugly,
if
and
you
then I go
roll
back.
a 1, you get a 0.
Yes, that is how it works. Just don't ask
What
me
were
to
you
handle
saying?
any animals. That's all I'm saying.
You're saying something?
Oh, it's just
Negative.
stupid comments.
Press the petty
But,
shall stand up
We
at.
should probably put these clothes on. to
I will
help us
not
get
touch
through the
those
swamp
clothes.
safer.
I'll not touch them.
There's not enough for all of you, unfortunately. There's
Oh.
like enough for 2 people, basically. But
Okay.
In the cabin or?
Well, she only needs half of one. So, enough for at least 3 of us.
Ain't me. I'm in the boat. Raft. Boat raft.
Well, that's where she can sleep, so that's good for us.
Keep at it. I'll take this raft away from all of you.
You're gonna paddle?
For some reason, I keep
Yeah, you're gonna actually
replacing
take
the
effort
owl
to
in
do
my head
something?
now with the guy
The
who
window
lives in
paper.
the cabin. I was like, well, what do we ask the guy who lives in the... Oh, yeah, no, he's an owl.
Wait, is the owl still on my shoulder?
yeah.
Okay, good.
So that was all that was in the cabin? though?
Yeah, it seems like any personal effects are removed, but that was.
Is
one
it just
thing
like
that was
one room? with
Yeah,
a
it's
window?
pretty much a shack. It's a shack, actually. That's probably the best way to describe it.
Can we do an investigation to see if there's like any like hidden...
They already did one, but you can do one as
I
well
did
if you like.
no, I did perception. I
Oh,
didn't
perception?
do a
Oh, okay.
investigation.
Generally, yeah, you can do an investigation, sure.
I got
9.
16.
I investigate the raft.
19.
Okay. No, you don't really. I'm afraid you don't find much about the shack. It seems like it's probably been abandoned for years. That's about all you can tell.
the shack?
Yeah. The raft. What did you do?
I rolled an 11.
11.
Does it float?
It floats.
Good, because I'm already sitting in it.
Seems like seems like it'll hold you and your friends.
All right.
Let's get off
friends.
the road.
Yeah, I was going to say, but then it's just me.
I did air quotations there. Yeah. So okay, what are you guys doing?
I guess we'll
Go in the raft.
Okay. Are you going to continue in the direction you've been going?
We lost the owl.
Let's ask the owl which way.
Oh, so I never did cast that.
Does it have
spell.
like a pole?
You did cast it. That's
and
why I
everything?
was
Like it's
talking to
all
you.
got the whole get up, or is it just the raft?
Yeah, even not.
Yeah, actually, it does have a
Because
pole
you're
to
like,
kind
oh
of
my
push it
god, I
along.
can't believe I have to use it.
I know, and I don't want to.
This hermit have like 2 rafts? Because why would there still be one here?
How do we know that he even left?
Maybe the hermit died.
No, I would have found his bones or something.
Really
I
bad
don't know that. The
housekeeper.
bones could have been in the water.
If we didn't
You
leave.
have not found any bones, no. There's no evidence of death. This basically what I described was it. Like there was like a soggy mattress and not much else.
Guys, I'm gonna make a guess. I guess we're gonna be facing some zombies soon.
What?
We're
That's
gonna go
your
to-
guess?
Yes, because there's like we're in a swamp. Bad shit is happening. We're gonna have to be pushing off across. I feel like there's gonna be arms or some horrible shit popping out of it.
You mean like
No, I don't think so.
out of Harry Potter?
Remember,
No.
Yes.
you can't metagame. Can't metagame.
Let's see. Unless
I'm
that's
not
actually what you're.
making. This is my character making a fucking guess to you guys because he does not like the water.
But would your
Cleric
character?
would know what
Yeah. Would we even know that zombies exist in this universe?
Probably, because how would you turn them if you didn't know what they were?
Yeah, because I can turn the undead.
No.
Yeah, you know undead exist.
Yeah.
You were already. It seems like you are already. You have been driven somewhat neurotic by the recent events, and you were worrying.
And the chemtrails in the fog. And
I'm not saying like a paranoid schizophrenic. I'm just saying like you guys can see your companion is quite stressed at the moment.
All right, let's get on the raft and follow the owl.
Alright, but the owl's on my shoulder.
Well, the owl
The
can
owl is
fly.
Well, she can swim with the owl on her.
Okay,
What
what's
the
the
fuck? Why am I swimming?
What direction? What direction?
Okay,
Ask the owl which direction we need to go.
Owl, do you know what direction we need to paddle?
It kind of turns its head in the direction which is sort of left from you guys, and it looks like the swamp vegetation, the trees and the reeds and whatnot and vines become quite thick over there.
Hmm.
2 C's.
It's tricking us. That owl's a dick.
Is there like a path to paddle through? Like, I would imagine there's an established
It seems like you can make it through on the raft. Like, it doesn't seem like it's going to be so much that your raft is going to get caught as long as you're cautious. Yeah.
That seems like the only way
Let's
to
be
go.
cautious. All right.
I was already caught.
You guys can start paddling now.
What the fuck?
How about you get your ass up and
I'll protect the boat.
Galamar smacks Alaska with a paddle.
I'll sing a nice
Brain
paddling
damage.
song.
I pretend I fainted and I fall asleep.
oh my god. Why would you do that?
Now she can shut up.
I think there's only one pole, so I'll sing a nice polling song. You can direct the owl. You can, what were you doing?
Keep
Passed
watch.
out.
I'll watch.
In
With
her
my
passed
keeping
out
watch.
state.
And then the strong half-orc can
Sit in the
hold
middle.
Sit in the middle and even out the weight of the boat.
Yeah.
Your human side can get 1 oar and your orc side can get the other.
There's only one.
It's a pole.
Oh, it's a pole.
Okay.
Also,
Wait,
I
a pole
weigh
isn't
like
like a gondola?
more than all of you probably combined, so I'd rather not
You need
be
to
on...
sit in the middle.
Yeah, I'd rather be in the middle. I'm listening. I'm not only listening to the elf, I am also listening to myself because, like hell, I'm going to tip
Okay.
this thing over
Who's-
and end up in the water.
Who's bowling?
You
What?
are. I thought you were pulling.
No, I was singing the song about the pulling. I thought you were.
You were.
Because you're strong and
You're
stuff.
paddling.
I can't
You'd
be in the
probably
middle.
be
I can't
so
be in the,
good at it.
But I can't be in the middle and doing that at the same
Yes,
time.
you can.
Can you?
I can't sing and
It's a
pull
long
at the same
pole.
time. She can't direct the owl.
It's
at
easier to be
the
on the
same
side
time.
to actually kind of
Oh.
push. You're kind of more pushing the. Yeah,
I
you're
can't
kind
be
of.
on the side because then the others are gonna have to. You know,
We'll all balance it.
Yeah,
You
but
stand on
you're-
one side, we'll all be
Whoa,
on the other
wait,
side.
I'll make
but
it
your
work.
arms are long enough that you can sit in the middle and just push.
Let's do it.
That's gonna be pretty clumsy, but sure.
yeah,
Go for
no,
it.
no, I'm not gonna.
She's an orc.
You guys are overthinking this. It's just a raft. What would you do if you found a raft in real life? How would you handle
We'd
it?
make the half-orc pull it.
In the real life, the half orc would pull it. Okay.
In
so-
real life, if we had an orc, it would be
half orc.
Okay. The day is dark and dismal,
Oh god.
Not
painted,
any different than any other day.
painted gray by the mist and clouds.
Oh god.
The sun has not shown its face since you arrived,
We're gonna
and
die.
the air is clammy and cold.
I don't like this.
The water below the raft is several feet deep.
It's a long pole.
Various creatures swim below, frogs and even shellfish of some sort.
Ooh, shellfish.
That's the kind
You
of...
guys can put your arms in the water. I'm not touching it. I don't even care if I'm a hunter-gatherer. You guys can do it.
To one side, black logs drift lazily atop the stagnant water.
No.
Why's
No,
it gotta be
those are-
black?
To the others,
Those aren't logs.
shadows slip through the trees and the underbrush, moving in time with the raft. The eyes of the swamp are upon you.
We're gonna die.
Owl. Can I speak to the owl?
The spell's over.
Shit.
Now you've already cast it once today, so please make sure you
No,
practice.
I got it.
Okay.
I got it once.
Okay.
What do we want to do?
Keep out.
Do we want to keep paddling until we hit the other sides?
Not that far, but edge of the swamp.
Edge of whatever body of water that
Keep
we're
going.
in.
I want to get off this ramp and onto solid ground.
Ramp? You said ramp.
Raft.
Swam. Swam.
Yeah, let's keep going the way we're going, as long as the owl doesn't
Paddle!
seem distressed.
I'm not paddling. I'm pulling.
No, Alaska is though.
Oh.
So sorry. What were you saying?
I think we're still keeping going.
Okay, you're gonna continue ahead. Okay.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm like, onward.
Hey,
I feel like just gutting the boat, like the raft, just so you fall.
I'm down already, so.
I was gonna say last.
You guys are moving.
Still
You
down.
guys are moving through the thick reeds and the vines and it's very quiet.
I don't like it. I don't hear
It's
any.
quiet.
I don't hear any. Jesus!
Something falls on the raft.
No!
It's a snake.
Oh!
Oh, cool.
is
There
it
you
a
go,
really
Alaska.
big snake?
Spirit animal.
It seems like it's relatively harmless.
How heavy is that snake?
Large but harmless.
Can we just
Kick it off.
I nudge it with my foot. Just
Can we feed it to the owl?
Oh, is it gonna eat the owl? That's the thing.
Food. Food from the
Oh yeah,
owl.
how
Okay.
big is the snake? Because it could eat the owl. Also, what
You can
kind
give
of,
bits
what
of
kind
the
of snake
snake
is
to
it? Is
the
it a
owl to
water
keep it happy
snake?
for a long time.
It's a tree snake.
Ooh. So that's like a constrictor.
You said it's small. It's like this.
I think you keep the snake and you cut bits of it off for the owl.
Yes, I agree.
Because that'll keep it going for a long time.
Yeah.
Like,
I wonder
dude,
how
you want
Alaska
this
will
whole
feel
snake
about
out.
that.
You want it. You know you do.
I'm taking the owl, I'm taking the snake and feeding it to the owl.
Okay. The owl seems very content and stuffed.
Good.
I
I need this owl.
You guys continue on. Occasionally, the distant animal sound in the distance.
So we actually hear animals.
But yeah, but it's quite quiet here. You're going through.
I think those are people making those calls.
Eventually, you get to a point where there's kind of a scattering of dark logs that you kind of have to push aside to continue rowing through.
Have we done that already, or are these not logs?
We haven't
Do
done
we see
that.
this ahead of us?
Yeah, yes, you see the logs ahead of you. But I mean, let's look at it this way.
All the bad.
You see one or two, and then the larger collection eventually coalesces.
I don't like the looks of those logs.
I don't either.
Can you poke one with the pole?
Don't poke it too hard; it might not like it.
Can you?
You can poke it.
Fine, give me the pole.
No, you poke it with your hand.
I'm not poking it with my hand.
Big, bad, nasty half-orc. Why don't you poke it with the pole?
Swing it over, try and smack you in the head while I'm at it.
Elf ducks.
Roll for a ducking.
There's like the damn actually rolling for you. So I poke
Okay.
it. I poke.
You poke it, and you kind of push one of the dark logs away from you.
It's in front of the raft, right? That I'm
Yeah, you sort of push it away. Well, you push
Well,
it
I'm
aside
trying to
rather.
see if it's
Does
a
it
thing.
look very loggy?
It
when
seems
moves
it seems
away?
like a dead wooden log. to you.
Okay, so I guess we.
So that means it
It's
was
a
alive
zombie.
once.
Yeah. Zombie logs.
Hey, I was betrayed by the tree earlier, or the fog. I'm not sure which one.
All right, so
Maybe this
I
is
really
his
don't want to
baby's-
push through the middle of this log
Army.
army. So
I really
should
think
we
it's just
try and
like
go
driftwood.
around?
I
Sure,
think
you
it's
can
just
do that.
driftwood.
Well, how do you know? It could be like a trapdoor spider thing where there's something underneath.
Spiders. Oh.
No, like trapdoor spiders. They actually like hide.
Yeah, I
really.
know.
Oh.
One of these logs is
Yeah.
going to try to kill us.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I want to try and go around
I don't know which log.
the outside.
but
Okay,
If I can.
it's going to be some trouble, but you might be able to manage. It's a sort of very thick growth around. You're kind of going through the most clear path you can right now.
Like I'd rather like if I can.
Okay. You will be
As much
slowing.
out of the middle.
You will be
as
slowing your
possible.
travel for a while. If you would wish to proceed, let me know.
Or-
We'll do that.
Just travel through the clearest path.
All right, if we die, I'm going to blame you.
We'll be dead. You can't.
All right, I guess we go through the middle.
Okay.
I start composing a song. There's no blame in heaven. There's
Staircase
no
to
blame in
Heaven knows I'm miserable now.
Oh god, no.
One is the lonely.
If something comes out of the water, I hope you know that I'm leaving you all to die.
You're leaving us to death. Good, so it's your fault.
That's so
I'm not leaving us to
inspirational.
death. You're the one that was like, we should just go through here.
Would you rather spend more time in the water?
If it means not going through the middle,
So you want to go around the periphery where the shadows through the trees
Can I see your
were
feet for a
moving.
second, honey? Sorry, I just want to take a look at something. Oh, it's not written down. Interesting.
What?
That's okay.
That's not written down.
Let's think. Okay, so Gailmar and Moore,
Oh, good lord.
you notice there's something off about one of the logs that's very close to you. It begins to swim.
It's a penis.
Everyone roll initiative.
Thus concludes the first session in Night of the Walking Dead and the first episode of Daving Throw, a tabletop RPG podcast. If you've enjoyed this content, please don't forget to like it and subscribe. This is Dave the DM, wishing you safe travels.